And the first thing I want to talk about is a little story called Godfall. And this is a movie that's going to be developed, or actually a TV series developed by Ron Howard. Now, this is kind of cool. I saw the idea for this. We like to talk about projects that are coming on the show. And apparently there's a bidding war over the rights for this novel that came forward by Van Jensen. And everyone was going nuts about this Godfall series. And it's a huge, ginormous dead alien that lands down in their city. So as it crashes down, people are like, what the heck's a 3-mile tall alien here? And this red state farm town turns into a top secret government research site and major metropolitan area flooded with soldiers, scientists, bureaucrats, spies, criminals, conspiracy theorists, and even a murderer. So I heard about this and I was like, this is kind of a fucking cool idea. And if Ron Howard's all about this, they had a bidding war about this, I'd imagine this could be a really cool series moving forward.
Yeah, man, I'd be down for this. I'm a big sci-fi nerd, though. I mean, we were just talking off air to Paul. I'm a huge Trekkie fan. So like anything sci-fi, I'm here for. And I actually never heard of this book series, and having done some research on it sounds really fascinating. I'd be down to even read the books and then check out the show. And also it's Ron fucking Howard. Like, come on, Apollo 11, he can do space, he can do sci-fi. I'm here for it 100%. I don't think he's just hopefully it's like either I was gonna say HBO, but I guess it's Max now, so either Max or Paramount, because those two seem to be the only ones, in my humble opinion, that have done book series appropriately.
I mean, I can see it going to Apple, though, as well. I feel like Apple's trying to do stuff left and right, I like
Apple, but I haven't seen them do anything based off a book that I'm aware of. But I do like Apple. They've been pretty good.
Yeah, Apollo 13, Sabrina said. Yeah, he was involved with that. But I think that...
I thought it was Apollo 11. My bad.
Yeah, but I mean, the idea of like a giant alien, everyone's talking about aliens these days, too.
Still classic fucking 50s sci-fi, halfway decent, funny remake with Keanu Reeves in the early 2000s. But like, that's what it reminds me of, but like a more story around it. Like, it's dead. Like, what does that mean? Like, how do you go about this? Like, how do you do this giant story arc? And it sounds really fascinating with what they're implying. Like, it's in a red state. You got all kinds of crazy shit happening. Like, sounds to me like it's about humanity being like, where'd this giant dead alien come from? And it makes them have a crisis of faith. I find that interesting. In the red states, you fuck with their religion, they go nuts.
And it would change, you're right, it would change everything, the way people looked at the world. You have a giant alien just crash down. Honestly, it would drive people nuts. They would lose their philosophy. They would change the way they look at the world. It would just change everything, how they look at each other. It's a good idea, I think, and that's probably why people are having a bidding war over it. And of course, Ron Howard's like, let's make this happen. Ron Howard didn't make Solo. Yeah, Ron Howard didn't make Solo.
Excellent.
He picked it up. He picked the scraps up, I should say, of Solo, because before they had to reshoot like a bunch of stuff. But yeah, what do you think about this, Paul?
Great.
Yeah. But what do you think about this, Paul? Is this the series you would watch moving forward?
Well, I wanted to point out something. You said you weren't sure about a series being made from a book, as far as like from Apple Plus. Silo, which is a science
Silo.
Yes,
Silo.
Yeah, Silo was,
and it was
on
excellent.
Apple Plus.
I loved it.
Yes. I was a big fan of that one. As far as the series go, hell yeah. I'm reading Tommy Knockers from Stephen King right now. I've never read it before, and if it's anything like that, I'm in. I am also excited about the fact I come from a red state. I'm from Alabama, so anything that challenges the people from a red state on their religion, I'm all about, because I grew up from there. I'm from there, and I know what it's like to kind of have your brain washing. No offense to anybody that's religious, but I come from a place where tongue speaking was normalized, and I don't know what is that? What are we watching?
Great. Hey,
Jacob knows.
Don't blame me, brother. I'm from Louisiana. I feel you, man. That Bible Belt shit, it's fucking nuts.
Oh, Roll Tide. Oh,
so no one's as good as cars anymore.
I can't escape it. I got kicked out of a house because I said I didn't like Alabama football. I don't like football at all.
To be fair, those are fighting words.
They came after you.
No, I got kicked out of the house.
I think this is a good idea, though. Honestly, it could be a great series. Ron Howard really doesn't do TV, though. And more directors are kind of going that way. Actors are going that way. And maybe it's just something that he just caught his eye that much. He's like, let's just make this happen. Yeah. Sabrina, what do you think about this? Is something you would watch? Can you imagine Ron Howard directing the whole series? Or you think he'd probably just do a couple episodes and then hand it off to somebody else?
Oh, great question. I'm sure he's going to executive produce it. How many, he chooses to direct, I think is up to. He'll absolutely direct the first one because that is where all of the money is. But I feel like, I don't know. I feel like this is definitely a fun topic. If there was a bidding war, like you said earlier, like I feel like it's probably really good content. I'm not familiar with the story of the books, or anything, but it totally sounds interesting. And if you're gonna have something like this and not have like a complete unknown to like be super artsy and craftsy and like explore weird shit, I think you should have a fucking huge vet like Ron Howard. Like, why not? You know what I mean? I feel like it's probably the best case. Oh my God, hilarious. Are you kidding with that picture? I feel like it's probably best case scenario for this. And I'm sure the author is, thrilled that this is the way it worked out. I know that this is stupid because what else can we talk about? But like with nothing happening in Hollywood, I still find it so interesting that they keep announcing projects.
All the time.
They're like, but wait, there's more.
Well, that's the thing too. It's like this. It's like there's a lot of podcasts that are adapting. We've been talking about that too, and then book series, and people are just buying it up because they need ideas. At least they're different ideas. We've been talking about reboots and remakes and redos and all that. At least
that's
these are original.
That's true.
Yeah. I'll take books over remakes.
I want to point out, Queen pointed out tongue speaking.
The tongue speaking.
People. So it's called speaking in tongue, and that's what it's called. And it sounds like just gibberish. It's just that's what they call it though. Speaking in tongue. I probably said it wrong, but look it up. It's scary.
I like to call it showing off.
Yeah, it's called showing off and trying to be special. Whatever.
Trying to be special.
Yeah.
I like
Sometimes
it.
they like to shake and convulse on the floor like they've had a seizure. Oh, that's the best.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
That's the best.
I'm also just excited about this in general. I think Ron Howard is a talent, and he does pick up the pieces for things sometimes and make them beautiful, like Solo. Even though Solo didn't do as well, I think that he added an element to it, and I think that something like this, he just helms the whole thing. It could be a great series, and it's original, and of course it's about aliens, and I love watching shows about aliens. It's one of my guilty pleasures, And Edward was saying we have alien bodies. There might be alien bodies in the government. Who knows?
I saw that. Yeah, dude, Area 51. Come on, man.
Who knows? Who really
Come
knows?
on, man.
We don't know yet. Nobody knows.
In the 90s, we know this.
Yeah,
we
Ron
know it's
Howard's
out
a
there.
very underrated director. He's done some great stuff and not so great stuff, but I think for the most part we can all agree he's one of the better directors out there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I think he's going to kill it on this project.
I'd like to see him do a series just because it's something new from him that I haven't seen that I'm aware of. Has he done any television before?
I don't think so. Not like this.
I know he acted, but I haven't seen him direct. So
like directing. I feel like he has, but I can't think off the top of my head of what that would be.
I don't think he's actually.
That would indicate his return to TV.
Yeah, you're right.
Even though
I'd be happy to see him actually act. That'd be dope too.
Yeah,
it would be cool. Make a little appearance.
Development and hear him.
Right.
I was going to say that.
Just so great in Arrested Development. So great.
I guess that's a TV show.
Yeah, he probably directed some of that. He was probably involved. He's directing episodes here and there, but
he's like the
he was
showrunner.
on camera in a couple of episodes for that too. Yeah.
Well, good for Ron Howard coming to TV to develop a whole series based off this bestseller called Godfall. So hopefully it's a great series. It's moving forward. He's helming it. I can't wait to see it.